Hello. Welcome. Making some dinner. Hi. Cutting up some purple onions. I've got some brown rice cooking in a bag. I've got the sardines, they're canned sardines. And I pulled some leftover artichokes that I'm going to make an artichoke uh, avocado salad with these purple onions that I'm cutting up. Yeah. So that's what I'm having for dinner. How has your Thursday been? Did you get everything accomplished that you wanted to? Please like, share, and subscribe so that more people will know that I'm live cooking up the stove. So it's that. So this is going to be for and these are the artichokes. These are the chokes, as they would say. Cut it like so. And like so. Artichokes. Hello. Thank you for liking and sharing so that more people will know that I'm live cooking some dinner. Thank you for the hearts. As well as if you haven't subscribed, if you don't mind subscribing. Kitchen is hot in here. I don't have any AC. Well, I have a standalone unit that's not on. I really need to start pulling it out. Yeah. I gotta take a bite. Or the throat. And the next thing I'm going to do is add I'll put all of these onions, the avocado. There's a rice in the bag, brown rice. Sardines I'm going to use. Yeah, I have this plant that I was watering from outside here. All right, so let's see how we're going. So just doing like this. And oh, and I just remembered I don't have any more lemons. Oh well. Apple cider vinegar is going to come to the rescue. That is what's going to happen. So, this is my own improvisation or my own recipe, right? I didn't look anything up. It just came to mind. As a matter of fact, the only thing that came to mind that I was going to eat was basically the sardines and rice. I could see people walking from outside. That's why I'm poking my head up there. Shouldn't be nosy. Perhaps maybe I was checking to see if somebody in more. Yeah. So I'll bring it closer and show you what I have so far. Yeah, that's what I have so far. Yes. So I'm cutting into another onion because I want to put, originally, that's what I was going to do. The onions that you saw cut up before, that was for the sardines. Yeah. So So, yeah, this is all I need regarding that. I don't even need to put this up fancy. Okay, so there's that. Put this in the compost thing here. That's nice. No. Okay. So that's that. Should something else. Let's see this. Should I put huh, should I put some chili peppers? Garlic chili peppers in here. Okay. Oh no, I'll just put it in the sardine stuff. That's you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can. And this comes with olive oil, so I don't need to put any more extra oil. Drop that in there. Actually, what I should have done, guys, well, no, that's okay. Because I needed the oil to heat up. And here we go. I'm gonna wash those out later. Let's see. This should be nice and dry. And all I do is I just crush the sardines up. You don't have to crush it up though. Pepper. I don't need to put any salt. Clean this up. And yeah, I think the rice should be done. Um, yeah. How has your Thursday been? That's what I was curious about. Hmm, looks like this rice is pretty much done. Ooh, turned it off too quickly. All right, let's see. Um, what am I going to put in here? This is kind of a citrus champagne vinegar. I'm going to try this. That's what I'm going to do. And I think I'll put just a little tip of honey. That's it. Just to balance the flavors out. Maybe a little bit of this complete seasoning. That's it. And I'm gonna mix it up. Oh, not that spoon. See, like so. Yeah. Artichoke, avocado, salad. This would be nice to like put mayonnaise. Would be nice to put some mayonnaise here with this. Um, I think it needs a little bit more honey. Man, I can't wait to go back to Italy. Can't wait. I spoke to my friends there. I texted them and they want to know when am I coming? So, well, what I was thinking about was I can't wait to go there because last year when I went, I brought like some lovely fresh oregano from one of their markets, spice, in the spice format. So that was nice. And yeah, so that's that. Let's see. I think it needs. I think it's just fine. It's just a different tasting though. Okay. So this is oh, mm, it's the bag of rice. The bag of rice. Just gonna pour it out. This is quite a lot of rice, but I should have actually poured it out in something else first. But that's okay. And because that means I have leftovers. I like this burnt part. It's nice. Yeah, that's a lot. It's clear, guys, that I do have a lot of stuff here. Stick this here. Okay. So I'm wondering, let's see, maybe I'll eat this in the other area. That's what I'll do. I'll turn the lights on and yeah, bring this over here. Yeah, so let's do this. Hello. Now I get to see. So I'm going to take this to the other room. right. So, how is everyone doing? I have some of my leftover spice tea I made yesterday paired with some Starbucks leftover iced tea that I had that I brought back on the way. So, God, we thank you for this meal that you would bless it in the name of Jesus. Amen. Mm, 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 mm. Good. I feel like I need a spoon to eat this with. Thank you. Oh, Lord, somebody already redacted a message already. Let's see what it says. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's only one person in the stream? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hmm. I have my spoon. Please like up the live. Like up the live, everybody. Mm, 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 mm. So, it's hot in here. So, what I wanted to talk about is the importance of maintaining your authenticity, being consistent. You guys, I have to open this window. This house got hot. But open the other side. Oh, it's there we go. All right, let's get some. Let's. Oh, and one other thing. Yes, Lord. Okay, so let's see here. So, somebody says, "I hope you are doing well. I love you. Your name. You love my name. Is that what you meant to say? I'm doing well, thank you. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. But anyway, what I was saying, it's important to maintain your authenticity and not refrain, and not in other words, you be authentic, right? But don't allow the insecurity of others to tamper with your state of being authentic and to tamper with your degree of authenticity. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. I'm hungry. Like, not I believe, I know. I try to be as authentic as I can with my videos. But I've seen people eat like this, but really it should be a knife and fork, not a spoon and a fork. And so I try to, somebody said that I have a dry sense of humor. And I guess I take that to mean there are things or different nuances and ways of being that I don't necessarily find funny, but they find funny. So so I don't put on a flaw, put on or embellish or like, sometimes I do act silly. Like, is she really an adult? But I'm just being me, my authentic self, because it brings me joy, it brings me happiness. Something that I'll do, I will have positive thoughts about people. They just come to mind, and when you feel you have just really genuine warm feelings and oh, this person's a nice person, and you randomly, oh, and they just bring a smile to your face and you call their name, and that's just my authentic self. It doesn't mean anything other than the person is nice, and you know you don't have any ill feelings towards them, because calling their name brings me happiness. It brings me a degree of joy, just randomly. Like we call on the name of Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So we say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So call somebody else's name. Obviously, you're not going to randomly just call names like that. That's no. "Ooh, this is good. Mm-mm-mm." I tasted the honey. It's nice. It does. I am. I'm really hungry because I'll tell you what I had today. So today I had some peanuts for breakfast, and I had a piece of toasted baguette, and oh, and I had some oranges. So that's what I had for breakfast. And when I went to Starbucks, I had 3 shots of espresso over ice, cream sweetened, and then I had their tomato mozzarella basil sandwich, and that's it. But I think 3 shots. I have to really get into the mindset of how much, what's like too much regarding espresso, because it's not something they normally take. However, it's twice this week, and I had it last week as well. This week, as I was heading to Proctor for the Regions, I got a cup, small, hot one, 2 shots. I was talking to my son earlier. He's like, "Mom, that's just too much." And yeah, because I felt it. I felt like really like ooh, famished and like really kind of weak. So yeah, sardines, brown rice, avocado, artichoke, purple onion, salad. Yeah, it's interesting. It's actually good. I like the fact that I put some honey. And now this is iced tea from Starbucks, paired with leftover spice tea that I made yesterday. That's why you see like the lemons and oranges. So that's where the lemons went to. Yeah, it's got ginger and all that stuff, cloves. It's good, guys. So it's gonna cross. Oh, how's he turning that? Hmm. Okay. Somebody was walking. They crossed the road and turned around to come back. Yeah. So what I was saying, and what I'm going to continue to say, so being your authentic self, sometimes I guess people can misunderstand you, right? Like at first, you seem very interesting to them. You they like your conversation. It just really kind of draws them in, they're so curious. And then they're drawn in. And then what it is like you're too I know I use the word powerful, but I think it's your vibe. Your vibe is too overwhelming for them. Not I don't want to use the word overwhelming because it's you're just being yourself. You're just being your authentic self. And I'm actually on this, guys. And so their vibe maybe clashes with I don't want to use the word clashes with your vibe, but I believe there's a level of, I can safely say, a level of insecurity on their part where they thought, "Oh, wow, this is what I need and this is what I could deal with." And then, no fault of your own, they just kind of fall by the wayside because they're not secure enough to press forward or to dive in deeper. Even though they like what they see or saw, not a thought, but this is, I guess is a level of insecurity on their part that just causes them, not that you've driven them away, not that you've done anything, you just being your authentic self. Like, you didn't ask them to come into your space or your zone. You've just been your authentic self. And perhaps maybe your authentic self appears to be very welcoming and they feel so at ease and at home that they took a risk and came into your zone. Oh, I'm eating. Hi there. Hi, hi. Welcome. Let me know where you're from. Sardines, right, from the can. And I made over brown rice, just a quick meal. And I made artichoke avocado salad. It's good. Oh, wow. Most of the salad is done here. It's very good. Yeah. So let me know what you think about that. Oh, and then I have some iced tea. Mm. Let me know what you think about the conversation. Yeah, it is yummy. Please like the stream. That would be helpful because more people will come in and they'll be able to ask similar questions like you have and like that you are asking me, which is good. I really appreciate it. Mm, yeah. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Thank you. And liked, I appreciate it. Where are you tuning in from? Australia. Whoa, I've never gone there to Down Under. Yeah, I remember the first Australian person I met was when I went to school in Buffalo, New York. They were very nice. Yeah. Mm. So this is some tea from Starbucks. Yes. Oh, it is the best. Well, hopefully someday I can visit there. Hopefully. I have to take a break from my Italy trips. Piece of onion membrane kind of a stuff there. Yeah, it would be nice. Oh man, that's gonna be a long flight from New York. Oh Lord. Well, well, of course. Go figure. Yeah, it has to get hot because that's where it is, tropical. But does it get hotter than Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona? Because I've lived in Phoenix for a number of years. Like, I mean, does it get like over 120 degrees? Because Phoenix, Arizona, it's dry heat. And I know that a couple of times I was there, well, a couple of times it got like, I think 120, 124 degrees. And it's dry heat though. But it seems to me that Australia, the heat is dry there. Wait a minute, do they have a desert there or it's humid? Sometimes, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, yeah. That I think I heard something about Australia whereby they're very environmentally oh, you said yes, they're in oh, there's a desert. Oh, there's yeah. Environmentally conscious, meaning regarding recyclables and plastics and things like that. That's yeah, somebody mentioned that to me like about a year ago here. I think they said they have a relative that lives there somewhere in Australia, and I think she was raving about, how they kind of help or support their citizens. Yeah, that's it. So, oh, and believe it or not, last year in December, hey, how you doing? Last year in December, an just Australian Attorney General, and oh my goodness, I have to figure out. He actually came to visit the church that I was attending at that time. Well, I guess his daughter is an attorney here somewhere in I think either DC or whatever. But bottom line is that he was visiting relatives. Yeah, and I remembered him saying that he's a big squash fan, squash, and I connected, him and his wife and family live there, and I connected with that conversation because my cousin Alwyn is an international squash coach. And when I say international, it means that he travels to, different places and stuff like that. So, anyways, what I was saying is that these oranges and citrus parts here, these are the leftovers, because this is a bottle I put my spice tea in, the leftovers from my spice tea, right? So mostly what you see here is, as far as the liquid, is the Starbucks iced tea that I brought tonight. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have the citrus stuff left here. I don't want to waste it. So let's mix the two together. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay. I should bring some more of this salad. Da-da-dee-dee-dee. All right, so this is the leftover from the artichoke avocado salad. It's really good. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is, oh, that's a bus. This is some real, guys, this is some really good stuff. Ginger, I grated ginger. I have the lemons, the oranges, right? Cinnamon. I didn't use the cinnamon stick because I didn't have any sticks. I used the cinnamon powder. I put a star anise inside, a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, right? And I boiled everything up in a pot and covered the pots because you don't want the whatever to kind of you know, dissipate and to lose the good stuff. Oh, what is the time for you? Yes, it is 7:41. What time is it there where you are? Yeah, but anyway, so this is a spicy. You should try it. Oh, it's the same time. Oh, you're East Coast time. Are you in East Coast? Oh, same time, but 9:42. So therefore, well, you couldn't be any other part in the States. Well, I don't know what's the time zone in Alaska. So that means you're 2 hours ahead of us. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, wait, 17 hours ahead. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, well, no. Well, no, they didn't put whether it's AM or PM. I need to get my glasses. Bobby. Hi, John. So, anyways, so oh, by the way, John, artichoke, avocado, purple onion salad. Bianca had some champagne vinegar, mixed it inside. Oh, AM. So then Jed is right. He's seven. Yes, seven. But you haven't told me what country. What country is it? What country is that? What country? He's 17 hours ahead. What country could that be? Wait. Hmm. It's definitely not Italy. It's not Portugal. Not England. It's got to be an Asian country, right? Am I correct, Jed? It's got to be an Asian. Please like up the live, like up the live, like up the live, like the Jamaican person says. Like up the live, like up the live. Ooh wee, clock it. Actually, eating this food, you guys, has energized me because I no longer feel famished. That's spicy. Yeah, this tea, you guys really you should try it. This is good. Grated cinnamon, the two cit you could actually you can use any citrus that you'd like. Oh, all right. See ya. All right. Thanks for stopping by, George. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm kind of stuck now. I'll just kind of what I'll do is eat the salad and put the rest of the rice stuff up. Yeah, I think afterwards I'm gonna go and relax. So the citrus, grated ginger, cinnamon, star anise, some apple cider vinegar, put it put it in water in a pot and boil it. But you don't overboil it, but you know, you want to be able to draw the juices and all that stuff from out of it. Yeah. Bobby Porter. Yes. So getting back to that conversation about maintaining your authentic self, right? Think about the importance of that and think about the idea of when you grow into who God has designed and ordained you to be, sometimes maintain maintaining your authentic self can appear to be a threat to others, or in other words, people can be threatened by not that you're doing that intentionally or anything like that, but people can be threatened by you just being you, you know, and sometimes people are intimidated by that, and you think about why is it they're intimidated and why do they have to be intimidated by that? And then you think about what, you know, prior knowledge, you think about what are some agreements, what are some things that have transpired in their lives, and what are some things regarding socialization and so forth that have happened in their lives, right? That have actually caused them to kind of feel a certain way when they are around you, especially when you know that you are doing, you know, everything that you know how to do. And, you know, and that is, you know, you do your best to make people feel comfortable around you. You welcome people and maybe sometimes you over welcome people. You know, my country, Guyana, we're big on hospitality, and sometimes people they initially like it at first, but then afterwards they back off because it's just like it's too much. But then, like, wait a minute, like, should you change and should you stop being like your authentic self, which is what you're used to, being hospitable to people just because they feel insecure? Oh, no, you shouldn't. Let them what? Fall by the what? Wayside. That's what you do. You continue to be your authentic self. And if they can't, if they feel overpowered by their authentic self, that's not your issue. That's theirs. Like, for instance, one of the things we do, I call it our way of being an authentic self, is that we always like to share family pictures. We share pictures. Oh, this is a picture of this. This is a picture of that. What I found out is that, well, I can only speak my experience, is that, and I think not generally speaking too in conversations with some people, when you start doing that, people think, oh, this person is interested in me. Oh, they want me to get to know their own families. Or I think in America, certain things you don't share until there is a trajectory or progression in one's relationship with whoever you're having a relationship with, right? But, sometimes, and that's been my experience, people would come to the house and one way to kind of make them feel welcome and to be hospitable, you get the photo album out. Sometimes I remember we would have like a photo album like in the center of the coffee table. And so that when people, like kind of like some people would have picture books, kind of those books like, with pictures of different places, scenic places, countries and things like that. There may be another name for it. I may have the right name or probably, but and so for us that's normalized. It's okay for us to do that. And nobody thinks, oh, I wonder why they're showing us. But like here in America, and correct me if I'm wrong, please. Okay, the experience has been like, oh, well, you don't go ahead and like show pictures, like, or if somebody or you bring a friend over to the house or something like that, mom and dad, or whatever, your parents are there, and here in America, oh no, we don't introduce them as yet to the parents. But then if somebody else does, then it's like, oh, this person is really seriously interested in me. No, you continue to be your authentic self, and if they have an issue with it, let them do what? Fall by the wayside. Let them. You have to because in this journey of life, you can't, somebody says, you really can't overthink things, or if say you're traveling, somewhere or you wherever, and you just had like a really warm feelings and you thought about somebody that you've been in contact with, and you just crack up thinking about how funny that person is, and you're like, and then you're like, oh, and you happen to call their name, right? It really means nothing. You're just being your authentic self because that person at that particular time gives you a degree of joy and happiness. So if that person at a particular time gives you a degree of joy and happiness, well, call their name. It's not, you're not, you know what I'm saying? So this is this is a thing that I mean about, or utilizing your authentic self. Just providing that the life that you're living and have chosen is God ordained, God designed, God directed. Um, and you are at peace, right? You're at peace with his direction, and that's all that matters, because really at the end of the day, you don't have to answer to anybody else. He's who you have to answer to, and the answer has to confirm, did you or did you not do his will? Did you or did you not do what he's ordered you to do or asked you to do, right? And so thank you for joining me, and please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a great rest of your evening. Take care. Bye. Thank you.